Okay, so on this problem, this had a x minus 4, which makes a positive 4 x-intercept. How many of you guys had that in the right spot? Thank you. Then, Graham, at that 4, there's a power of 2. Can you tell us what you think that means about it? Bounces is correct. I'm going to go boing like that. And that actually makes sense because we're heading up to our y-intercept of 48. How do we get that again? It was from this negative 4 squared times the 3. And it goes through that and then it comes back down again. But where did it pass through? I know that from looking at my factors. Did any of you note that there was a negative 3 right here where it would pass through? You guys getting this? Okay, that's how the graph looks. Now your graph doesn't have to have an infinite number of like really good points on it, but you'd have to be going up on the right because it was positive in front. Down on the left because the total degree was odd. It had to have a y-intercept of 48, showed you where that came from, these two numbers multiplied. And it needed to be bouncing there because there was a squared right there. All right, it's a lot, but questions? Any questions? Okay, then I want to give you one more that I know is the type that we will have to do for our homework, or sorry, for our homework and for the test. X minus 1 quantity squared, x plus 3 quantity squared. It's a double bounce. Do you get, this has 2 bounces. I hope that you take a moment and say the lead term, a bunch of terms I don't care about, and the end is the y-intercept. Figure these out with your partner, then make a quick sketch. Figure out where the 2 x-intercepts are and which way this thing must go. It must be going up or down on the right, up or down on the left. If you get these 2 spots, it'll be easy. Find the lead term and the y-intercept. Go. Good luck. Pausing. All righty. Did you know that x squared and x squared would make x to the 4th? Raise your hand if you had that one right. Okay, cool. Then negative 1 squared is 1, 3 squared is 9, and you times them. 1 and 9 make 9. Who had a 9 at the end? Yay. So this must be up here, and I'm going to label it with a 9. It goes through positive 1, which is probably more like there. Okay. And it also goes through negative 3, which that would have been fine for negative 3. This is 1. And now it's going up on the right, passing through. Wait a minute. My brain is hurting. I feel like I should be bouncing there. Oh, I am bouncing there because it's a squared. I should bounce there. Go up, bounce again, and go up. Did anybody beat me to that? It is lunchtime. We'll finish this after lunch. Okay, so when we left and went to lunch, we had just finished this problem. I'm going to give you one like it. Everybody write this down. That one, I want you to always start by finding the lead term. Don't care about the middle. And the y-intercept. Hint, it rhymes with many 5. Okay, so we're going to have this part, which we'll need a calculator for. And that tells you this part. And then I'll color code the other part. This and this and this and this goes there. Okay, I'll pause for a second while you figure that out. Be ready to be called upon. At a minimum, you need to have copied it down, and then I'll help you maybe walk through it if you're lost. Pausing. All right, Dice of Destiny, who should I call on? Carly, Dice chose you. So, give me either one, whichever one you understand better. The lead term, like this one, or the y-intercept, that one. What do you think? I'll help you with either one of them. Which one do you want to do? All right. This, and this all go together and they make x to the something. What do you think? Yeah, I have a second right there, but then you have to add one more x for this one. X to the third. And is it negative or not negative? Yeah, because see that negative there? So it's negative x to the third. Raise your hand if you had that on your paper. Okay, good. Dice of Destiny. Who do I call on next? It is row 4, person 2. That is you, Michaela. What about this last number? Where do you get that from? Hint, it's the blue stuff. It is, except that the negative also counts on that. Negative 25. Be honest, how many of you caught the negative part? Literally only one person. Okay, I get that. Oh, wait a minute. Some of you are correcting me, and you're right. There's a negative here also. There's 2 negatives. So that actually goes back to positive 25. My bad. I'm sorry. There was 2 negatives. That makes it positive 25. Okay. So Nolan, now you get to tell me, what does this mean? This negative here tells me something about my graph. What does it tell me?
It's down.
Down on the right. Excellent. Okay. Now, Annalie, what does this 3 here tell us?
The ends are opposite.
Very good. So if it's down on the right, it must be up on the left. So it goes like this. Okay, next thing I want to know is the y-intercept. It is on the screen, Daniel. What is the y-intercept?
25.
25. So I'm going to just put it at the top over here. You don't have to be like perfect about making that exactly be 25. You can just say it's 25. And now why is my answer wrong right now? Because I didn't show what the x-intercepts are. See this right here? That tells me one of my x-intercepts is at 1. So I feel like I should probably move it over a little bit because 1 shouldn't be that far over. 1 there. And then negative 5. And notice how it's bouncing there? This 2, the squared, would have told us it was going to bounce right there. All right. How many feel like if you had a test question right this second that you could do it? Good. I'm going to give you one last one, but it's going to be the first problem of the homework. Everybody find the first problem of the homework. It's a worksheet. It's only 3 problems. Why is there only 3 problems? Because they must be like they take a while. And this is hard. That's why we only give you 3. All right. So everybody open the homework. Numero 1. Dice of Destiny. Who should I pick on? I should pick on row 5. Stephanie, that's you. Would you tell me number 1 is got 3 parentheses, I think.
X plus 1, x minus 7, x plus 4.
Okay. And doesn't it just want you to sketch it then? Like make a little graph of it?
It also wants the leading term.
Oh, I always do that anyways. Lead term is this one, and then you skip a bunch of stuff, and then you get the y-intercept. Okay, Stephanie, you're on for the lead term. Hint, I'm highlighting some stuff. What do you think the lead term is?
X cubed.
Correct. X cubed. You even said it right. I would have been fine with x to the 3rd. Okay, next person that's on the hot seat is row 3. That's Daniel's row. Person 1 is Daniel. All right, Daniel. How about, I'm going to highlight the spots that give me the y-intercept. Would you please tell me what you get? Calculators are allowed.
Negative 28.
Negative 28 is correct. Now we sketch it. And the first thing I do is I make these little arrows. Why did I just make a little up arrow there and a little down arrow here? Nina, can you tell me about either of those?
Because on the right it goes up.
Yep.
Because it's positive.
Because it's positive in the front. Very good. So it's up here. This is correct. Then you gotta tell me the other part? That'd be awesome.
It goes down because it's like opposite.
These are opposites because it's odd. Very good. All right. Xavier, you're next. where do I put the negative 28? What is that telling me?
The y-intercept.
Good, so I'm gonna go way down here and say it's negative 28. You don't have to like number to it or anything, just put a low spot. Okay, now, why can't I just like go like this? That's going down on the left and up on the right. Because it touches in 3 specific spots. Graham R., give me one of the 3 spots where it touches. Negative 1 is correct. That was one of the x-intercepts you got from right here. Negative 1 is one of them. Danny Kinzer, give me another couple. 7 and negative 4. Very good. So I now go, I'm passing through all of them. Why am I not bouncing off of any of them? Why didn't I? There's no squareds. You know, if any of these would have been squared, like here or here, then they would have bounced there. But there wasn't any squares, so it just passed right through the x-intercept. There, we're done with that one. Did you get the idea? All right, there's only 3 of them. I did the first one. Why don't you work with the kid next to you to try to get a couple more? Is there more questions on there that I didn't answer? Danny? Oh, you know, I said negative 28 was down there. I should have really swung a little lower to go through that. Or, I'll just show you. Do you get, I can count by anything I want. So I can just say, that spot right there, that spot, I'm just going to say it's negative 28 right there. So I'm changing my mind. It's not there, it's there. You can do that too on the test. You can call any spot, as long as you number it, you can say, that's where negative 28 is. Okay. Or I could have just made the graph go lower, like go like that. I could have done that too. Okay, there's the first one, and I hope you're getting how to do this. If you're not, please come up and ask me. One-on-one math is easy. I really wish I could just teach you all one-on-one. But it would take about 15 minutes to teach each of you one-on-one. And I think you get the math on that. After 4 people, it would have taken me an hour. Okay, so if you have individual questions about one little part of this, I can show you in like 2 minutes and make it like from completely confusing to understandable. You just got to try and ask me. All right, that's all I got for the video for today.